Hello, welcome back. We've now made it through the first 3 galleries. This video, though, is going to cover several small galleries. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, all in one video. They're short, there's not very many artifacts here, but we have to show these galleries, because some of them you're going to recognize and become more familiar with. And this particular gallery, number 4, comes to us from a collector in Utah. Now, I met him in the late 90s, and he didn't have that many artifacts, but then as the years progressed, he obtained several dozen. And we're going to look at them. And all of the pictures in this gallery were taken either summer of '06 or winter of '08. And I'm going to give a brief introduction to each gallery, so that kind of keep a tab on where I'm at. Hope you enjoy these short galleries. Thank you. We're going to begin Gallery 4 with this piece here. I'm not sure what it is. It kind of resembles a bat head, but not really. And this is an extensive collection. The collection is located in Utah, or was at the time, and by a private collector. There are some of these that you're going to recognize most likely. And these pictures, all of them were taken in either 2006 or 2008, according to the stats that are on the actual pictures themselves. So we're just going to cruise through this. I'm not sure what that is. This would appear to be some type of turtle, perhaps. Here's a good shot of this stone, and like I say, I'm just going through the gallery as the pictures were taken, or perhaps however they were named. We're going to start here with this stone. I don't need to show you the whole stone because right there's somebody's hand. You can see it's got some designs on it. Here's the next one with a bunch of design on it. Here's a couple of more familiar pieces that ended up in Utah. This is a real nice cozy bear. He's been in several collections. I've seen him, held him. He's a nice piece. Here I'm going to start at the top. We see this same stone in other collections, and it's a good shot of it. I'm thinking that maybe Scott Walter took some of these, or maybe even all of them. But this artifact here is bounced around from collection to collection. Here's a gallery montage. Start at the top here. Nice collection. But with these cave artifacts, you'll see how certain collectors gravitated to certain styles of artifacts. See, that one's been in several collections, galleries. But some of these, like that, are just really obscure. That one's been around. So many of the others have also. It's a nice trinket. This guy's been in other collections. This is not very well executed, but you see what it is. I don't know. Scooby-Doo, maybe. This is a real fuzzy shot, but this artifact is this makeshift ceremonial dagger is absolutely beautiful and polished up. It's real shiny, but it's not a good picture of it. Ordinarily, I wouldn't put a picture this fuzzy in there, but since the sensitivity of the artifact demands it. Now we're getting into several small pieces. Not really good shots. But see the man head here, and there's his ear, and down here you have an elephant. Let me flip him sideways. See an elephant there. Here's the next one, and gosh knows who these guys are. You got like three stick figures here with appear to be heads, arms, and feet. I wouldn't let these guys in my house under any circumstances. There's a real nice axe head for sure. Got a little tannet up here. I'm not sure what this is. Looks like it's got the phases of the moon down here, but who knows? This piece has been around. It's a really good shot of it. This looks like some type of parrot pendant. Here's another really nice baton, I guess you would call it. I don't know what you'd call that. It's not an axe. It's not a dagger. Some type of baton, perhaps. Another rattlesnake. This one's been around. This is another river stone. And even though it's broken, it is a beauty, and I haven't featured it anywhere else. So we're going to go into it a little bit. There's the whole deal. You can see how the size of it because of the scissors there. So let's go blow it up. We'll start down here at the Gulf of Mexico. And you'll see some of the same scripting here and here. And we're going to, you see right here, you see these two rivers coming in. Some of the same script over here and here. Really nice. Actually one of the better of the map stones, even though it has been broken or dropped or something. And it got all these settlements coming up here. Here's you got the Ohio, Cave and Rock, Wabash, Little Wabash, Skillet Fort, and there's the tomb. But for a river map stone, this one has, I think, more script on it. And it's just a gorgeous tablet. It's too bad it got broken somewhere. I'm going to blow it up. I like this one a lot. Scroll down. Nice piece. Here's some more of the scripted tablets. Even though we've seen them, they're in this collection. They're in this gallery. Good, clean script. This is another beautiful piece. Beautiful. Some more trinkets. That almost looks like polished granite to me. This is a nice piece. You can't hardly see it. It's small, but there's lines all through there. Let me see if blow it up one more, see if you can see some of the... It's real faint, light scratches in there. Here's another trinket, not real clear. I'm not sure who took these shots. Even though the color shows like a light brown here, this stone here is black. I think this could be some kind of animal if you stood it up. Not sure. This fella's been around in the early collections from the 80s, and it appears to be some kind of animal that is prehistoric. Here's a whale that's featured in other collections. Here's another shark. Now, why would somebody carve a three-dimensional shark and bury it in Marion County, Illinois? I can't recall seeing this guy in other galleries. He could be there, I don't know. Here's another really nice piece, but I can't blow it up. It's a horrible picture. But that artifact is just beautiful. And here's another one of my favorites. I've used this one through the years. This is the reverse of the same stone. Appears to be some kind of sandstone. And this is a really cozy bear. I've seen him. He's been in collections before. Real nice 3D carving out of sandstone. He would be considered a statue. And here's another one of the scripted tablets. Blow it up, let you look at it. And I've got pictures of this guy. He's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You see by the hand. It's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick. Good carving. Clearly Egyptian. I'm going to blow him up. Very interesting piece. And that will conclude this gallery number 4. Hey boy. Okay, now I'm going to give you a brief background on gallery number 5. Was owned at the time by a retired university professor from Madison, Wisconsin. He'd written several books. He'd been a collector for several years, I guess since the late 80s. He'd been collecting some of these stones, and then when auctions came up with people that were passed away and more artifacts became available, he pretty much knew what he wanted and picked up on it. And so now we're going to look at this nice collection of artifacts that was owned by a retired university professor. This is going to be a short gallery. There's only 40 pictures in here, and we're just going to buzz right through them. All of these pictures, as indicated, were taken in 2008. And it looks like some kind of picnic or something, but we'll see. Many of these are already going to seem familiar to you. And we're going to see other pictures of them too. Here's our ship again, or one of them. You remember this fella here. Here's another one's been around for decades. Here's the rear of him. I don't know who took these pictures. Here's one I don't see in any of the other galleries. Here's reverse of the same stone. Looks like a little boat of some description. And this is the reverse of it. Here's a tiny piece. I don't know what the purpose of that would be. I suppose this could be the same piece, the bottom of it. Here's some more index scripting and a face over here. Looks pretty unique. And the reverse of it. And here's my handsome little fellow again. This more modern shot of him. He's survived for decades and from collection to collection. And he's still handsome. Hello. And here's the reverse of him. And this piece again. And it's a really amazing carving because it's got several faces carved into the same stone. Very unique. Quite an artisan piece. If you turn it in different directions, it makes different animals. Here's a different shot of it. It's about the size of a baseball or a little bit less. Really amazing piece, actually, 3D. Here it is again with a different angle. And remember this guy. Here he is oriented one way, and here he is flipped. Here's a small Helios trinket. Here's the other side of it. I don't think I recall seeing this one in another gallery, but it could. Let's look at the reverse of it. Pretty good carving, actually. Got to be some kind of aquatic, maybe a baby seal. And here's just, I guess, a montage. I'll just blow it up and scroll down. I really like this shot. This, put the salsa between the marble dagger and the marble owl statue, and let's put Anubis there to watch it. Anubis is ready to dive into that salsa right there. And there's another artifact here. That's why I say, I mean, they had a picnic. Hey, these artifacts make great table decorations. Fantastic. If somebody's been hitting that salsa pretty hard, it's about empty. You better put some more in there. And here's another montage. See that owl? That owl is actually pretty nice. I've seen it. I've held it. Another elephant. We'll look at him closer. And here he is. Here's a real handsome fellow. Here's another one. It's got a little Helios carved in the mouth. Here's another guy with a hook nose and a smirk. But you'll see up here he's in a ureus of some description. Now let's look at the reverse of the same stone. And here's some more indexing. This tablet is pretty worn. It has eroded. And it's got like a little eagle down at the bottom. Here's a better shot of it. Get a shot of that bunny rabbit. Now we're going to look at gallery number 6. A lot of nice pieces. I don't know when these pictures were taken or by whom. And I never met this collector. I don't know who he was or who he is or whatever happened to any of these pieces. I have no idea. But it is a handsome collection and a lot of scripted pieces in here. So now let's look at gallery number 6. I'm picking up with my next gallery here with a stone that we've already seen in a couple of other galleries. And this collector has a small, there's only like 28 photographs in this gallery, but it's a very good gallery. I don't know when these pictures were taken. I don't know by whom these pictures were taken. And same as the others, this is the reverse of it. And you can clearly see an M there. And these pictures aren't as clear as some of the others in other galleries. They're kind of grainy, and I can only get them just so big for you. Here's another happy elephant. And I believe we've seen him in other galleries. Liable to see him again. Here we see Helios again in a Numidian helmet. Here's his name. Now let's look at the reverse of this stone. It's got all this scripting on it. All of this indexing, whatever. And we see this in artifacts from Carthage, Carthaginian, Phoenician. It means something we just don't know. It's a head scratcher. Here's another pretty well executed stone. Here's the fella's name right here. I'm going to blow it up. It's got a man with a staff here holding it. And I'm not sure if this is Egyptian garb or what. But it looks like he's got some indexing down there on the shirt. His hand is held out like some of the other tablets. And right here you see a cobra. Let me see if I can blow that cobra up a little bit. It's just a grainy picture. It's not a good picture. There's clearly a cobra right there. Here's our next handsome fellow. Right here's his name. Looks like he's got a tattoo up above his forehead here. Check out that face. Here's our next handsome fellow. Right here's his name. Now we're going to get into his scripted tablets. Here's clearly an M, Q, O. These look like N's. There's an FL, Fila, Y. That could be an S. Here's his next scripted tablet. You can see the M's. And it's one thing to identify O, O, P, S, A. There's a lot of A's. There's an R. There's an L, S. It's one thing to identify all the letters and the characters, but it's another thing to figure out what they say and how the words match and fit with the syntax. It takes a lot of time to do that. But hey, we're going to help you out. We're going to help you out. Here's the next scripted tablet, number 3. Here's the reverse of it. Here's the fourth scripted tablet. This is the next scripted tablet, number 5. Here we go with number 6. This is number 7. And you can tell this collector, he wanted smaller stones with some script on them, but not a lot of lengthy script. Here you see A, there's a P, L, T, S, there's a hele. Looks like a P, L, S, U, looks like a G. This is scripted tablet number 8. Here we have number 9. This is number 10. This is number 11, and you see it's a little grainy. I'm not sure what's on the other side of this stone, but right here, this is badly eroded. But the rest of it looks pretty good, but you know, I gotta show it. It's in this collection, it's in this gallery. Here's the next one, number 13, and I'm showing everything that I can because some of the pictures are just absolutely horrible. You can't tell it's got anything on it. It just, so a lot of these pictures I have culled just because they're just sorry. Here we're looking at number 14. And unfortunately, some of the pictures that didn't turn out are of really spectacular artifacts that we just, no, we'll just never have record of them until something happens and somebody gets with it and documents and records everything here, which I doubt very seriously is ever going to happen. This is the reverse of the same stone. This is the next one, script 15, and you can see some of the Numidian characters thrown in here. You should recognize that by now. This is number 16. This is scripted number 17 in this gallery. Not a good picture. And here's a very handsome lady. You can see that I believe it could be a man, but it's got the long hair, but it's got a little nipple there, and so I'm calling it a lady. Her name is right here. Blow it up, let you look at it. It just looks like a woman to me. And that will conclude pictures from this particular gallery. Thank you. Now we're going to take a look at gallery number 7. It's not real long at all. Some nice pieces though. We're just going to zip through them. I'm trying to show an artifact for maybe 10 seconds and then move on. Don't know where this collection was located. Don't know who took the pictures or when. And don't even know anything about the collector or if these pieces still exist. as a collection or not, have no idea. Very little, like same as like number 6. Don't know. So now let's look at this brief gallery. Now we're going to kick off our next gallery. I believe this is going to be number 7. Number 7, and to be honest, I'm not sure when these were ever taken. I don't know who owns these artifacts. This is just absolutely, I don't know who has this gallery or anything. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I have the photographs. And here we're going to look at 3 pieces, and you can see the hand in the picture. And we're going to look at so many. This is an excellent, excellent gallery of this person's collection of these Alexander tomb artifacts. Here's the same artifacts from the top. Here's the next photograph in this. It's got, and some of these I don't have better pictures of them. They are exclusive to this gallery, and I'm just glad to have them, even though they are not really that pristine. I believe these pictures were taken back with film. Here are 3 more pieces which appear to be sandstone statues. Here we have a composite collage, 8 pieces. Unfortunately, it's not that clear. Here we have another photograph with several artifacts in it, and unfortunately it is quite grainy. But you can see some of the artifacts that we've seen in other collections. Here's a real nice stand-up head statue. I don't have a picture of the other side of him, but we have other artifacts that resemble this guy. But that's a good shot of him. Really good shot. Don't know who took it, but it is a nice shot. Here's another one, quite grainy, but I don't have this guy in any other gallery. Here we have another random dog head and another, I would presume either granite or marble piece that I haven't seen before. Really nice though, really nice. Here's another sandstone dog head, maybe 6 to 8 inches or so, and there were several of them. I probably have seen maybe 10 to 12 of them. About the same size and looking very similar. Here we see another sandstone dog head or some kind of animal head, and you can see how certain collectors gravitated to certain artifacts. It's just so ironic that this happens, but it's absolutely cool. And this appears to be over 12 inches wide here, probably 14 inches by 10, 12 inches. Years ago I featured this fella here in a video. I can't remember which one. You can't really tell how big he was until now, because we have a hand here and an arm coming in here. So it is safe to determine if that's 4 inches there. This guy here, he's over 2 feet tall, and he's sitting in a chair with the white background, which we have seen, you know, previously. And I'm going to blow him up. Not a great picture, probably taken with film, we don't know. We're just glad to have it in the catalog. He could be squeezing one, or you got me. You got me. Here's another what appears to be an axe head type ceremonial flagstone, windstone or so. Don't know for sure, but it definitely looks like Carrara marble. And I don't have this artifact in any other catalog. Here's another one we've seen several times in different collections, in different galleries. Some people call him Cocapaye. Well, I'm not going to argue that. Here's another one, very, very similar to the previous one. And I'm not surprised that this collector was collecting these types of artifacts. Here's another really weird axe head. Here's a marble statue that we've seen before in previous collections. Here's another marble horse head, and this is a beautiful piece. This was as nice or nicer than the one I had. But beautiful Carrara marble, and this guy's just gorgeous. Here's another marble statue. It's a small statue. This head's probably about 5 inches high, and he doesn't really look human, but what makes him look beautiful is that scarab beetle right there printed on his forehead. Hey, you are not going to see anything else like this. An ancient Italian Carrara marble head of an Egyptian scarab beetle on it. It ain't going to, nowhere else. I'm sorry. It ain't going to happen. I just thought I'd rub that in a little bit. He's gorgeous. And he's been around a long time. Next is this owl statue, clearly in Carrara marble from Italy. And it's just an absolutely beautiful piece. It's about 16 inches high. And it's just a gorgeous piece. Beautiful. In Carrara marble. It probably sold when Burroughs was selling it, oh, maybe 50 bucks. I don't know, he might could get 40 bucks for that. This appears to be a sandstone head. You see the fingers over here, probably about 8 inches high. Here he's showing a couple of more pieces in his collection. Gallery number 7 here. Some really nice pieces. There's nothing bad about Gallery 7. It's just, here's our next stone. Looks like sandstone with a face looking upwards. It's a sad face looking up. Here's another statue of a head. Appears to be sandstone. I have no idea what this is. It looks like some kind of animal with spines across its back here and 4 feet. But the head is just rounded with an eye in it. I don't know. I don't know. What is that? I'd love to see a better picture of it. What are these? It looks like it's got 3 lines coming down here. You got me. You got me. But this is quite unique. Here we see another statue, but it's not really a statue. It doesn't stand up on its own. It's got to have somebody holding it. And you see this thing's here, probably what, 16 inches? Nice piece. Too bad we don't have a picture of the other side of it. But I'm going to blow it up and let you look at the face. You know I love the faces. Not a good shot. Here's a couple of more artifacts from way back in the 1980s. These were photographed. I've got photographs of these from the early 80s. And now they're in this collection. Here's a couple of more. These definitely appear to be Carrara marble. Two more sandstone statues. This one appears to be about 12 inches. This is probably 6, 8 inches. Let's blow them up. Look at them a little closer. Make of them what you wish. I have no idea what these two objects are. I'm going to blow them up and let you look at them, see, give you a guess at them. If it's the reverse of something else, what of it? I don't have any pictures of it. What it looks like some kind of head, maybe? You got me. Here's another one that I don't have record of in any other gallery. And it's not a good picture, unfortunately. Here's one of some type of bowl. I don't know what the size of this is. I've never seen it before. I don't have it in any other gallery. But it looks like the face of something with a bowl on the side of a bowl. And that will conclude gallery number 7. Thank you. Cat is ready for his place in the chutes, huh? Aren't you? Are you ready to do your shoots, huh? Okay, now we're going to look at gallery number 8. And gallery number 8 was owned by a very famous lady, Zena Halpern. And she died in 2018. I don't know if whatever happened to her artifacts, but she collected what we call cosmos. She said that it was a menorah from the Second Temple period. Well, so at any rate, she was very famous. She wrote several books on Oak Island. She wrote about Templars and several other things about that nature, ancient America. So it was just natural for her to fall into the pit that we all found ourselves trying to climb out of. And it's got some nice pieces here, and we're going to look at them. Like I say, this was a real nice collection, and all of these photographs were taken in 2008. Check them out. Now we're going to put the final touches on this particular video, showing so many different galleries. We're going to look at Zena Halpern's gallery, and we've only got 12 pictures to show here. And I want to take your attention to this, let's call it a candelabra or cosmos. I don't really see it as a menorah. But what I'm going to show you is a discrepancy here. And you see how this is all uniform here. And you see how you got the candles at the top here. And you see this design in right here, how all this is grooved out. And then when you get to the bottom of it, this appears to be really rough cut. And that's your Men of Tyre Finitary insignia there. And it looks chipped out. And the untrained eye is not going to notice this, but it sure does appear to me that this was added later by Burroughs to command a higher price for the tablet. And I may do a video just on these stones that have been tainted. I would call that a taint. The rest of the stone is fine. It's just fine. But doctoring them up was what one of the things Burroughs was doing. Once he figured out how to do it, and once he figured out enough of the script and how they went together. And this is what he did. Many, many times over. And here's the next one. You see the sun at the top, the Helios down at the bottom, and you see the Finitary in the middle, or Men of Tyre. And she collected this because she actually thought it would have been a shofar. But it's not a shofar. And then you have the script up here, which all looks good. But I question that in the center there. Here's another one where you can tell that this is Baroque. And you see here, these lines right here and these lines right here all match. You see that? But this right in here doesn't. It doesn't. And why would the Men of Tyre be on that? Or the Finitary? Why would it be on there? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. And trust me, I have seen people, collectors who their entire collection was nothing but tainteds and fakes. Here's a cute little boat of some description. It's got a face over here. Here's the reverse of it. Nothing of major significance, but it's a nice piece. And here's another candelabra that is all perfect, okay? All of this is the same script, and you notice it doesn't have anything there. Let's blow it up. Let you get used to it. To noticing. You're going to get used to noticing things that you may question. If there was a real clean script in here that didn't match anything else, well, here's our next piece. This is the whole stone. I'm going to blow it up. Let you see how that star there is of the same schema as the candelabra. See? And you see the snake down at the bottom? Notice that it is perfect. Whoever did that had it down to a T. Inscribed in stone. Perfect. I couldn't do that. How many people could do that? Here's her next piece. Has a sun at the top, has a sail with the Megan David on it, or just a 6-pointed star. I'll blow it up for you. See the sign for water down here. And here's a very interesting stone. Has what appears to be a sun with some water in it here, and you have the candelabra, candelabra, candelabra. You have the indexing over here, and you have 3 men here with holding staffs and rods, and you have script in the middle. And we're going to see this a little bit closer. Here's a close-up shot of the 3 men on the left-hand side, and I'm going to blow it up so you can really see it well. Well-executed tablet. See? In their dress here. Not bad for the little miniature carvings. Now let's look at the other side of it. Here's this symbol here. And you'll notice more closely the 3 candelabras. And here we have the script in the middle. See, here's your candelabras, here's your men, and you see right in here is the script. Kind of hard to see. Some of it's faded, some of it's worn. We just had to show that some nice pieces here. And that will conclude this gallery, and that will also conclude this video. Hope you've enjoyed it, and the next couple are going to be kind of long. So this is what you get here now, a nice interim.